We are live on a championship week edition episode of the West Coast Draft Podcast. As always, it's myself, Beau Gleason. It's my great, incredible, fantastic,
The best.
the best co-host, Robbie Jokinen. How you doing today,
What's
my friend?
up? Doing well, doing well. Excited for some championship week action.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be watching football on Thursday and Friday instead of Saturday and Sunday this week. Isn't that perfect?
I'm gonna be doing it on both days because I'm not a coward. I'm gonna do it all 4 days because
Oh
I'm
yeah, I'm
not a
gonna do that too. But
coward.
my teams are on those days.
That's true. That's true. Your teams are really living on the. I guess my team on Friday too. And you know what? I'm probably not gonna be watching. I guess the Bengals play on Monday, and
Mm.
you know how I feel about the Bengals right now. So, getting closer to that draft pick, baby. Only a game and a half back of the fourth overall pick. So,
Roma
um.
Dunze, you are a Cincinnati
Oh
Bengal.
God, can you imagine Jamar and Rome on opposite sides? Oh man,
And then
that
and
would
then
be
you don't have to pay
unfair.
the other two a lot either, too.
Yeah, then you don't have to pay Boyd. It's like don't have to Boyd, or you don't have to pay Boyd. You can just let him walk, replace him with like Charlie Jones, and you could probably get a pretty solid draft pick for T. Higgins. So that's not bad. That's not bad. But we'll talk more about that in draft season. We still got college football content to talk about. And we got a lot of college football content to talk about between the penultimate playoff rankings. We got coaching carousel. We got hate week action to review. And we got college football conference championships to preview. And for this episode, we're going to be going game by game, giving our picks against the spread. Maybe having a little
Speaking of
competition
that,
out of it.
speaking of that, I have a very fun prop bet that I discovered
Yeah.
for a Power 5 conference championship game. I don't know if you've heard about this
Oh,
one, but it is hilarious.
okay. I'll have to
You're
hear
gonna love
about
it.
it.
You're gonna love it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, but I should probably start with the most thing we've led the past few episodes with. The new college
CFP
football playoff
rankings.
rankings. CFP. That'd be probably about what you'd expect. Any
I don't think
maybe
K-State should be ranked. Put Toledo in there, cowards.
Toledo and that's fair. That's fair. Um Not too much surprises considering like we knew Ohio State would drop out after they lost to
Hmm.
Michigan, Texas, Bama, Mizzou, Penn State, though
I'm a
I'm
little
shocked 7
surprised
through
that
10.
Ohio State isn't over Oregon. I think Ohio State's resume is better than Oregon's.
I You see, it's tough. It's tough because it's like their ranked wins are Notre Dame and Penn State. Oregon's ranked wins are
A Beavers team that half
Beavers.
that the coach's foot was out the door. I think
Yeah,
watching that game in retrospect, you could totally see that was a team that was told their coach was gone.
yeah, that is true. I think that's true. Um, Trying to think. Yeah, I guess Oregon really got the easier end of the Pac-12 scheduling slate, having
Hmm.
other than obviously
Colorado
Washington.
instead of Zona. That's what they
Yeah,
got.
they got Colorado instead of Arizona. That's a big get considering which is not what we would have been thinking this time 3 months ago. So that's
No,
funny.
no, I know. Well, like both me and you were both pretty steadfast in this. It's like I know Colorado's getting all the airtime. They're annoying, but be patient. They will get humbled, and
I
they
didn't think they
did
wouldn't. I didn't
majorly.
think they'd fail to be bowl eligible, but yeah, they definitely got
Yeah,
humbled.
I didn't think 4-8 as well, but I thought like maybe bowl eligible. I think 6-6. I was thinking, but it's like
Yeah,
damn.
when they were 4-1 and taking on and up 29-0 on Stanford on a Friday night, I did not think it
Yeah,
was all downhill from there. Would not have
I was the
predicted
old.
that.
I wouldn't mind if Eric Iamaner were a Husky next year.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, that was the night before the miss on Montlake.
Yeah, which we got a big game coming up this weekend where we're hoping for a little bit of a repeat of that. We'll say that. But yeah, looking at the rest of the rankings, 7 through 10 stays the exact same as probably could predicted. I don't really, and maybe this is my Wildcat bias showing here. Arizona would beat Oklahoma straight up if they played today.
Hmm. I agree.
LSU, I'm not sure about. Louisville, I'm not sure about. They would beat OU straight up, I think.
I think they beat Louisville. I think they
Yeah,
beat Ole Miss.
yeah, yeah.
That's a
They're
solid,
playing
solid
some
team.
damn good football right now. I mean, they absolutely shellacked
Oh yeah. They
ASU. Like
beat
it
them. Did they
was.
beat them worse than Oregon did?
I think final score. Let me check. Let me check because um they beat them
No,
fifty nine
no.
23. So no, they did not. They did not because
That
Oregon
wasn't
beat
the old
them.
that wasn't the old 70-7.
Yeah, yeah. Oregon beat them 49-13. So actually 49-13 versus
36.
versus 59-23. It's the exact same score differential, actually.
36.
It's
There we
just
go.
an additional 10 points in either direction. So,
Fafita throwing for 527.
dude, yeah, it was
Oh my
a
God.
program record. Program record. T-Mac getting 2-6. Gosh, and apparently Fish is staying next year, is what everyone's saying. So it's gonna be a
Wow. Good
fun
for
team in
them.
the Big 12
I
next
I'm gonna
year.
be rooting for them in the Big 12.
Oh, dude, I'm definitely gonna be rooting for them. I got my Tucson boys, baby. But um nah, they got a fun team down there. But um rest of the way, we got some classic Iowa Hawkeyes football. Gosh. I mean, Iowa didn't have to play Ohio State or Michigan, or did no, they did play Penn
They
State
played
in the
Penn
regular
State, yeah,
season,
and they
but
got
they
whooped.
didn't,
It was
and
31 to
they
nothing.
yeah, so they didn't play Ohio State or Michigan in the regular season. We'll see if Iowa football carries over to now playing one of the top
Mm.
boys in the Big Ten. And historically, I mean, with Penn State, it didn't, so I doubt it does,
It
but
was at Happy Valley though. We got a neutral site.
it's true.
It's Happy Valley
It's
night
true.
game.
Indianapolis, there's going to be more Michigan fans there than Iowa fans, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Rest
Let's
of the
get
way
into this
here.
week. Everything,
Actually,
things
everything from here is
pretty.
pretty much chalk.
Yep.
Pretty much chalk, but fun, fun. Penultimate UW, we're up at 3. That's fun. We like that.
We have there's a
Uh,
pet there, hey, we could possibly be the 1 seed. It could happen.
it could happen, but it would involve Michigan losing.
Could happen.
It could happen, which I could definitely see Georgia losing to Bama.
If Georgia loses, they're out.
Yeah, if Georgia loses, they're out, and Bama takes their
That's
spot.
that's any other year it wouldn't be that way, but this year's tough.
I feel like you have to feel like though the ideal scenario for
Oh yeah, I know what you're about to
whoever
say.
you want to say
I know what you're
is
about to
Michigan
say.
and Washington in the Rose Bowl.
Oh yeah. And I
Yeah,
want that to happen. I know it would be easier to get Florida State, but I want a traditional Rose
that would
Bowl.
be fun. That would be fun.
That'd
A
be nice.
final like Rose Bowl, the final
Honestly,
Pac-12 versus Big Ten Rose Bowl.
want to take.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I'd rather, let's say like Michigan gets bumped up to the 1 seed. Let's say Georgia loses. I'd rather
Mhm.
be the 4 seed so they can maintain that, or like
Yeah.
Alabama get the 1 or something. I want that traditional Rose Bowl to send it out.
Yep. I agree. I agree. Which so if we
So
win
I'm
on
rooting for
Friday,
Georgia. I'm rooting for Georgia.
agreed. Agreed. And also, I'm just sick of Bama. I know, which is funny to say considering George has won the last 2 national championships. But this whole year, I'm like, will someone finally just
I
kill
know.
Bama? And no one's done it.
Put the last nail in the coffin.
Auburn should
But
have.
it's nice.
Auburn
It's
was.
nice for those fans. It's nice that those fans are being humbled that they're this spoiler that it's going to take. And the CFP's been telling them this all year. It's going to take a lot to happen to get them in. That's
Mhm.
why you're at number 8. Like they're complaining we should be in over Texas if we beat Georgia. No, here's and it was the same thing last year. It was like Nick Saban was complaining about not being in, and it's like
Mhm.
I have 2 good reasons for you that you're not in. The 2 games you lost. If you didn't lose them, you'd be in.
Yeah.
It's just they think they're too highly of themselves, but the games matter. The games matter.
It's so crazy to me that Bama. How did they lose to Auburn? Or how did they beat
Have
Auburn, man?
have
Fourth and
fun
31.
being having to be spoiler. You're helping other people out. It's gonna take a lot of craziness. You need
They will.
Iowa
It's
to
actually not
win.
too crazy. They don't need a whole lot. They if they beat
The Pac-12 matchup means nothing for this. That's
no, no,
its
yeah.
completely own thing.
Whoever
They
wins
need
is in.
they
Whoever
need to
wins
beat
that is in.
Georgia, and I think they need both of Michigan and Florida State to be out.
I don't think Michigan needs to be out. I just think Florida
Because
State needs to be out. Because I think because like you said earlier, if Georgia loses, they're out. So at
that's
that
true.
point you
So it'd be
bump Bama
Michigan
up,
1,
and then you put
Washington 3,
Michigan one, winner of Oregon Washington at 2,
2,
Texas at 3,
Bam
assuming they
at
beat
4.
Oklahoma State, Bama at 4. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
They need to win and they need Florida State to lose. That's really it.
Texas losing to Oklahoma State would help them.
Oh yeah, 100%. At that point, it's almost shoot. Texas, if so, actually, that's a fun scenario. If Texas loses to Oklahoma State, say Georgia beats, no, so Bama beats Georgia, Michigan wins, Washington, Oregon again is irrelevant. Florida State loses, but Texas loses to OSU.
I
At
think they
that point,
put
you kind of have a conversation. Is it Georgia at 4 or is it Ohio State at 4?
mm, that's a good point. What about if the UW Oregon game is super close though?
Maybe that you could even make that
With how
argument at
the
that point.
CFP's been treating us, I think I
I
think
don't
we're
think
out.
so.
If they treat us like normal, rational human beings and not East Coast biased, only looking at the box score. And
Yeah.
I think something that needs to be said, and like you heard this in Dickert's exit presser, how we've been getting every single team's absolute best all year long. Their absolute best. Oregon has absolutely not gotten that. They really haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, especially for USC and Oregon State.
Mm-hmm.
And then even for the smaller teams too, they're getting their absolute best. Like they're giving it to us because they're not the top team. That's so like sure Oregon has the style points, but like it's tough being at the top. It's tough
Mm-hmm.
being at the top, and they're surviving.
Yep. Alrighty then. Let's get into that's some fun speculative scenarios. Let's get into some hate week
Things that actually
matchups
happened.
here.
Yeah.
Bowling Green, Western Michigan. Not to talk a lot talked about with these Tuesday matchups,
Egg
probably.
Bowl was surprisingly close.
Egg Bowl was surprisingly close. It always will be. There'll always be some chaos in the Egg Bowl, but Ole Miss, as they should, pulls it out.
Will
Um,
Rogers transferring away. He could be
Will
a fun
Rogers.
backup option.
Yeah. Yeah. Friday night, Oregon shellacked the Oregon State team that didn't care.
That
Um,
team, you could tell that team got told that their coach was leaving.
mhm,
Um, Oregon's banged up in the secondary now, though. Really banged
mhm.
up.
Yeah, for sure. That definitely.
Texas absolutely crushed Tech. Arch Manning
Yep.
got in. I clicked on to watch that a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and you know the reason they did that? It's for common opponents.
Hmm.
That's the only reason they did that.
Smart. It's smart.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Mizzou toyed with Arkansas.
Mizzou,
Absolutely
yeah,
toyed with them.
Mizzou. But speaking of Arkansas, new OC Bobby
Bobby
Petrino.
Petrino!
Seeing the old picture come back up is
The most
amazing.
iconic college football photo is the Sugar Bowl Bobby Petrino photo.
Yeah, that's an incredible
It's at
picture.
least up there in the top five. What's another good one is the Tim Tebow red jersey.
Hmm.
That's one. That's a good one. Got any favorites yourself?
Um, I'm just trying to think of some iconic ones.
I'm thinking of iconic moments, but I don't know of iconic photos during those moments, you know?
Yeah. And then I'm thinking of iconic photos, but they're not like funny. Like I feel like the picture of the Money Manziel will live down in
Oh yeah.
infamy,
Oh yeah.
but I'm trying to think of fun like funny iconic moments too. I guess the Tebow red jersey wasn't like funny, but it was still um
Nick Saban or not Nick Saban, Lane Kiffin and the mustard bottle.
mhm. Oh, how am I forgetting the classic Burrow smoking the cigar?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
iconic. That's one I should have burned into my
Or wait,
memory,
no, it
honestly.
was a golf ball. It was a golf ball. Lane Kiffin golf ball.
Oh yeah, the Lake Kiffin golf. I feel like Pac-12 After Dark on its own provides moments, man. You know what? I'm gonna have to think about this one. I'm gonna have to
I
think.
know. There's no easy ones. We can
It's a
get
good
back to it.
off-season topic, actually. The
It
best
is.
best college football photos ever. But um speaking of best photos ever, I don't know where I'm going with this. Michigan State is not good at anything. There you go. There's my segue. They suck.
Right
Welcome
before
Jonathan
this
Smith.
game is when a lot of the Jonathan Smith stuff started leaking. There was smoke all week for people who know where to look, though.
hmm Yeah. Penn State absolutely shellacked them. Every single one of Michigan State's quarterbacks is now in the portal, so that's fun.
Yeah,
Not that any
that
of them were gonna not that much of a surprise.
Leave it's decent. He's a prospect, but he hated Jonathan Smith. He's actually from Oregon, which is the funny thing.
Oh,
But
there you go.
Smith never gave him the time of day. So like he had a really funny quote. It's like, yeah, I don't like him.
There you
Oh,
go. You got a good point
there's a
for him.
lot of negative stuff kind of about Jonathan Smith right now. It's bad.
Man, man, nothing.
He did not handle his exit very well.
That's too bad. That's too bad to hear. It's too bad to hear. I've seen. I felt like a lot of people respected him in that program, so that's too bad.
I think his move is understandable, but I think he handled it quite poorly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. On Penn State side of things, they did what you're supposed to do against Michigan State. Oklahoma and TCU didn't stop scoring points until the clock finally ran out. This game would have been 150 to 149 if you let it
That was
keep
awesome.
going. Yeah, it was fun. That was a classic Big 12 shootout right there.
We don't
That's a
have
Big
those
12 football.
anymore.
That we do not.
That's something from like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Big
we
12
do.
became a ground and pound conference like it used to, like the old Big Eight. Old Big Eight was very ground and pound.
hmm
But it was fun. It was a fun one.
We're back. We're back. The Big 12 is back, baby. Right as soon as
Embrace tradition.
Oklahoma's last ever Big 12 game. Embrace tradition. That's right. Um, Iowa, Nebraska. Went how well. I was gonna say it went how every Iowa game
Oh,
went.
that
No,
was
this game
awesome.
was absolutely wild at the
This game
end.
was awesome. It was
Wild.
completely different sport than than other games. I
Yeah, I
love
mean,
Iowa
yeah.
football.
Oklahoma, TCU, and Iowa, Nebraska going on at the same time.
Oh yeah, chunky, fat quarterback too. Fat
Yeah,
quarterback.
yeah.
Um, Brock Purdy's brother, whose name is Chuba.
hmm
Um, what else? Shoot.
Two
Oh yeah,
interceptions in the
10
last
win,
30 seconds.
10 win Iowa, averaging under 250 yards per game. The next highest win total for a team that averages under 250 a game, 4.
There you go, man. I mean, credit elite defense and special teams will get you to 10
Harbaugh
wins,
Harbaugh
apparently.
had a fun quote. He was like, yeah, the importance of, it's like the quote was like they're winning without scoring all these points. And like Harbaugh's like the important part is they're winning. And I thought that was
Right.
pretty well said.
Exactly. I mean, sure, and you have to credit the fact that again, they didn't have to play either the big boys in the Big Ten. Who was their other loss to, other than Penn State? It was to
Minnesota
Minnesota.
in the
Oh, that
punt.
was the chaos one.
Yeah, that was
They took
the
back the
yep.
punt return. The dumb take back the punt return because that was legit. That was a legit Cooper DeJean punt return.
I know. That one sucked. We were robbed of 11-1 Iowa being a
11 and
meme.
1 Iowa. That would be iconic, man. They would legitimately have a conversation for the CFP if they win on Saturday if they didn't get that punt return taken
Yeah,
back for PS reasons.
there's no shot they'd let them in.
Probably not, but they would be 11 and 1 talking about potentially 12 and 1 Big Ten champ. That would normally get you
I
in.
did watch the Tulane UTSA game.
hmm
Michael Pratt had a rough one, and he's going to the NFL, which is breaking my heart.
hmm Um,
Um, Trailer, I'm surprised he hasn't taken another job yet. We'll see what happens.
Well, if Pratt on his way out, maybe he does. Who knows?
No, that's Trailer's UTSA.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Fritz is staying at Tulane,
Yeah,
it
yeah, I
seems.
was blanking on that one. Duh. Um, well, who knows? The coaching carousel is just now starting to kick off, so there's still
Hmm.
time.
It's not a good year for openings.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not like a bunch of high profile ones. Like the year that
The year we hired DeBoer,
oh
you
yeah, no,
had
the year we hired DeBoer, there's SC, Oregon, LSU,
LSU, Notre
us,
Dame.
Notre Dame.
That was a rough one, and we
That
got
was a
DeBoer
crazy
out of it,
year.
which was
That was a
insane. Which was
crazy year.
luck,
Hmm.
thank God that Matt Campbell, Dave Aranda, and Dave Clawson said no.
Hmm. Hmm.
How much of the hiring process did you ever hear about?
There was always, I mean, in the back offices, there was always speculation. It became pretty clear pretty soon. We knew it was going to be DeBoer pretty early on, I feel like.
Hmm.
It was Campbell. Aranda kind of rolled out pretty quickly. I felt like
Yeah,
it
he.
was
I
kind
heard he
of
said no pretty quick.
yeah. Campbell was kind of the long shot, with DeBoer being the more realistic option that everyone
Hmm.
kind of thought was going to happen.
Did he know much about DeBoer before he got hired? No,
From
you're not a
watching Penn
sicko who
State,
follows
or
Penn
not Penn
State.
State, Fresno State. I was thinking of E State, E Sound State. So. Because
Hmm.
Fresno, Penn, you know I'm going on with that.
Mm,
Um,
hmm.
uh-oh, did I just Freudian
Uh,
slip reveal that Kalen DeBoer is going to Penn State after they fired James Franklin?
that's
Big Ten to Big Ten betrayal.
I he can do better than Penn State. That's close to lateral,
Shoot,
I'd say.
Michigan's gonna have an opening here because Harbaugh's going to the league
It's
after this year. Harbaugh's going
it's
to the
got to be
league.
more though. I think they elevate more.
Oh no, it'll be more. It'll be more. But I'm just saying Michigan's gonna have an opening
And
because Harbaugh's going to the league.
I wish Sharon Moore a long and prosperous Michigan career.
It'll be fun. Where hold on, bold prediction where Harbaugh's coaching this time next in 2 months. Go.
Chicago Bears.
Las Vegas Raiders. There you go. Okay. I like the Bears pick though. I think it's gonna be one of those two.
Because he played there, didn't he?
They did play for the Bears. Yeah,
That's
he
the
did.
only reason I said that. But I should probably be choosing coaches that are already fired.
Yeah, right. Well, I was also going with the Raiders just because with all three of or their past two coaching hires have been like big name guys that were like
Mm,
splashy. They paid a lot of money for. Um, and they both hired they were both fired in season. Granted for very different reasons, but um yeah, so I'm
honestly
thinking,
I'm surprised that Davis cut ties that quick with McDaniels.
yeah. Well, it was the right move. It was the
It
right move.
was
But yeah.
Miami, BC, yeah,
Hmm.
Memphis Temple, ugh.
Yeah,
Toledo.
familiar
Congrats
kind.
on a 10-win season, or it might be 11 actually.
10
Might
win
be 11
Toledo.
win
I think
season.
it's 11. Hold
I think
on.
that might be 11.
10 11 win Toledo. There you go.
And they're not in the CFP after they barely lost to Illinois. Give them 25.
Yeah.
K-State's there just to legitimize Texas.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Um and Boise.
Boise State is in the Mountain West title
Yep.
after firing um I'm blanking on his name for a second right now.
Um
Andy Avalos.
Andy Avalos, that's right. That's right. Yeah, 7-5 Boise State's in the Mountain West Championship. I
Hey,
guess it helps when
UW beat
four
him.
of three.
Beat
That's
UW.
I guess it
What a
helps when
record.
three of your losses were out of conference. But yeah, look at that. Look at
Yeah, because
that.
Memphis not Memphis is AAC. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Memphis is American. So yep, three of their losses were out of conference. So that helps them. Um,
I'm excited for that. I think wait, actually no. I would have wanted a better matchup for
mhm.
Boise State is a bummer of a matchup for the title game, in my opinion. But what's really rough is San Jose State, um who beat UNLV, is staying home.
Yeah, because they went to the
The
computers.
computers, beep boop
The
boop boop.
computers beep boop beep boop. BCS came back for a minute and
I
decided San
know.
Jose State, you're out, hotshot.
But yeah, Boise took it to Air Force. What happened to that man? What
Yeah,
happened to
Air
Air
Force
Force?
fell off. Air Force fell off. It was a
Air
one
Force fell
possession
off.
game, but yeah, they fell off.
They fell off.
Speaking of one possession games, Georgia Tech
Georgia
hanging
Tech.
with Georgia.
Let's go Yellow Jackets.
Let's go, Yellow Jackets. Your season's over, but hey, good job hanging with them. Their season is over, right? They didn't make it to a bowl. Oh no, they're 6-6. They made it to a bowl. Um,
Hmm.
your season is not over. I take that back. I didn't know they made it to a bowl. I could have sworn they were like 4-8, but okay. Um, there you go. There you go. Ohio State, what a game, man. What a game. I
I
feel
only
like
got to watch the
the
first half. I only got to watch the
oh
first half.
man, it was a great game because I feel like the past couple of years, like Ohio State,
They've been
Michigan has
blowouts.
been 2-3, and then Michigan ends up blowing them out.
The
This
last two
game was the
years,
first
yes.
one that was actually like, okay, this was a great game the
Hal
whole way
McCord
through.
sucks.
He's horrible. He's horrible. Kyle
You see
McCord's
why they tried
terrible.
to get Mike. Oh,
Oh yeah.
just the
And
imagination of seeing him in that
in that
red.
Ryan Day
Oh,
offense with Marvin
well, not the red. No, no, no,
Harrison.
no, no. In the jersey makes me feel sick.
Oh yeah, yeah. And also imagine with Marvin Harrison and Emeka Buka,
Honestly, our core is better.
Cade Stover. Cade Stover's better than any tight end we have by a pretty long shot.
But they don't use tight ends though.
Yeah, but doesn't mean Penix wouldn't if he was in that offense. Um, JJ McCarthy had a great game too. Actually, credit where credit's due. I know that
Donovan
we haven't been.
Edwards was the best quarterback in that game.
Nah, man, JJ McCarthy played well in this game. He played really well. You can be a hater all you want, but you gotta admit JJ McCarthy played really good in this game. Um, he had that one throw that I know a lot of Ohio State fans were saying should have been ruled an interception in the end zone.
In the end
That
zone,
was
no.
no, it was definitely a touchdown. When I saw like, oh, because obviously being a Bengals fan, I've got a lot of Ohio State fans on my timeline too, and it's like they're all like, "Oh, that's definitely a pick. If this gets called a touchdown, this game is fixed." And it's like, "Nah, man, that's a touchdown. Get out of here with that."
Yeah, even if
That
it's
was
not a touchdown, it's too close too.
yeah, no, that was ridiculous. So, that was an amazing throw though. You gotta give him credit. That was an
That
amazing
was
throw.
nice.
Um, Yeah, no, Michigan 3 years in a row after being told they couldn't beat Ohio State. They've beaten them 3 years in a row now. So, and this time without Jim Harbaugh and without Connor Stallions. So
But it was way closer without those two.
it was closer
Uh,
without Harbaugh and Stallions. But
well,
your games should always be
Michigan
closer when you don't
second
have your head
half,
coach.
Michigan's second half have not been covering like they would in the past before BC before Connor.
Yeah, we'll see how it affects
Um,
them in the playoff.
shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, I had a thought, but I'm losing it right now. Um, you talk for a sec so I can figure it out.
All
I had an
right.
interesting thing to add. I forget what it was, and it's driving me crazy.
All right. Okay. I will comment. Okay. While you're thinking about that, I'm going to comment on the Ryan Day controversy right now.
Oh, yep, that was it.
Buckeye.
That was it.
Oh, was it? Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you can go first.
Okay. I was going to say any Buckeyes fans that want to fire Ryan Day right now because he's 1-3 against Michigan is ridiculous. He's 40-0 against the rest of the Big Ten. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Absolute spoiled brats of wanting to.
Exactly.
If you fire Ryan Day, like Ohio State has insane fans, but their athletic department's very smart. I don't think
Hmm.
they'd fire Ryan Day. If you fire Ryan Day, that will be a curse. That will
Oh
be a
yeah.
curse on your
Oh yeah.
farm, on
Who are
your
you gonna
family.
promote ahead of him? Like
Brian Hartline.
Brian Hartline? Yeah.
Yeah,
Knowles?
yeah.
DC? Like no. Ryan, no. That's ridiculous. It's
He's a
ridiculous.
good coach.
He's a
Come
very
on,
good coach.
people.
He would get hired. He would get snatched up in a
Yes,
heartbeat
yes.
by
Oh,
a
if
good program.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It is just absurd and ridiculous
Mhm.
that there's any desire to fire a coach that is 40-0 against everyone but one team was a
Mhm.
kick away from beating Georgia last
Oh,
year,
and they would have absolutely
and they
slaughtered
would have
TCU in the
slaughtered
national
TCU.
championship too. So it's like he was a missed field goal away from winning a national championship last
A
year.
hit that took out Marvin Harrison Jr. away from winning that game.
That didn't get flagged. That didn't get flagged and should have also been flagged too. That's
Mm-hmm.
also a factor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And also, by the way, Kyle McCord was his quarterback this year. So
Yeah, and the fact that he
um,
got to 11 wins with McCord is pretty impressive. McCord would be flipping burgers if it weren't for having Marvin Harrison Jr. on his high school team.
oh yeah, no, he would be. I mean, look at where the past few Ohio State quarterbacks under Day. I mean, okay, let's look at the Ohio State quarterbacks under Day. Justin Fields in the NFL right
The
now.
quarterback play under Day's been better than it was under Urban.
Oh, 100. The best quarterback under Urban was Dwayne Haskins. Fields and Stroud were both way better than Haskins.
Mm-hmm. Was he
And
I don't know if Haskins was the best.
he probably was. I mean, Cardale Jones, JT Barrett, Braxton Miller.
Braxton Miller, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's Dwayne Haskins. But then it's like all of a sudden we're talking Justin Fields. Actually, who was there a quarterback between Fields and no, it was Fields in 2019. So yeah,
No,
Justin
yeah.
Fields, 2 years, and then you get CJ Stroud for 2 years. Shoot, man, that's good quarterback play. And then all of a sudden you got Kyle McCord, and you're still an 11 team.
I think
11.
I this and some people were saying it recently, and I completely agree. This past offseason's transfer QB class was so bad.
It was. There just
Uh,
wasn't a lot going on there.
there was the best one to come out of it was DJU.
Hmm.
It was
Hmm.
really bad.
Yeah.
Um, so there wasn't much room to
Yeah.
upgrade.
It
I think
wasn't a good year to lose your quarterback to the league. I bet they're I obviously Houston's very happy this isn't the case, but I bet Ohio State fans were really in hindsight really wishing CJ Stroud would have reconsidered because all the way up to the declaration deadline he was talking about maybe coming back. So it was this close, man. Obviously
mm-hmm,
Houston's very happy he didn't, but
mm-hmm.
it's
Apple
close.
Cup, should we do it now or wait?
Let's just get it out of the way. Let's get out of the way because this one's kind of they won. They
They
won.
won. They want to survive. They got the absolute best that Wazoo has played the Apple Cup. In they play Wazoo played against us better than they did in 21. Cam Ward had a really good game.
Cam Warren was great. And also, did you see the report today that we could
All
be
the
looking to
offers
bring him
he's
in as a
getting,
transfer? Yeah,
that'd be oh they'd be so pissed about
that'd be
that.
fun.
They'd
That'd
be
be
so pissed about that.
fun.
I don't know. I want to see how Cam Ward. He has great tools. I want to. I don't know if he can play in structure though. You know, he plays in the airiest of air raids.
That
Um,
was true. That was true.
I personally, top of my list would be Riley Leonard, especially now that Elko's gone. He'd
Hmm.
be at the top of my list. And then you got Will Howard and Will Rogers.
I'd take Ward over Rogers.
Yeah, I would too. I would too.
I think Riley
Uh,
Leonard's definitely one though. Riley Leonard's being one. Yeah.
um, I'd take a look as a backup. A backup option. Someone who's I've always thought I'd love to get transfer out here. Take a guess. Take a guess on that name. You might know this one.
Tyler Van Dyke.
Yeah, there you go. Nice job.
There you go. That's a deep pull. That's a deep pull, man. Has he still got
Ruined by Crystal
eligibility
Ball.
left?
Yeah, he's transferring.
Oh,
He's in
is
the
he?
portal. Yeah,
Oh, wow. There you go. I didn't even know that. I thought he's been around for a million years, I feel like, at this
I
point.
know.
That's the
Um,
thing about that COVID eligibility, man. These kids are like six. I mean, now they're not listed as such, but they're literally like sixth or seventh year seniors.
it's ridiculous.
Uh,
Um, but we won. Wazoo played out of their minds. They
mhm,
played. They gave us absolutely everything we could have, and we should have seen that coming a bit more. It's the last true Apple Cup. It's their
mhm.
last game of the season. They were fighting for bowl eligibility. Uh, That was such a ballsy play call on the 4th and 1. I wanted to punt.
No, I was in favor of going for it, but I was I was I love the play call. I was very critical of the Washington offense watching this game at home. I was like, man, it doesn't feel right. That was a brilliant play call. However, I
Hmm.
will say, gosh, we played sloppy, man. Even on the game-winning drive with the game-winning field goal, what did it include? Getting stuffed on third and short, two passes in the end zone, or not in the end zone, but in the red zone that should have been picked off, and a sack that lost like 10 yards on the game-winning field goal. That's all on the last drive that won the game. Don't even
That
mention all the
was
drives that stalled
the
out.
Dalen Polk drop on that same drive too.
Yep.
Um, that play call fooled the whole stadium. The
hmm
entire stadium was fooled, including myself. I thought we got stuffed, and then you see it was like watching an old wing T high school team. You know, you see,
hmm
yeah, you randomly see a player running down the other side of the field with no one near him. You know, it's that kind of thing.
hmm
Um, Brilliant play call. Shout out to your guy, Grady
Grady
Gross.
Gross. Grady Gross, man. My man. My man. Now on scholarship. Now on
That was an
scholarship.
awesome moment. Showing that video, that was great. Good
hmm
for him for getting that moment.
Yeah. And
They were totally looking ahead. They were totally looking ahead.
yeah. And as much as I like to hate on the Huskies defense, and for good reason, they were fine. They were fine. They weren't the problem. The offense was the problem on
That
Saturday.
that last drive before the first half ended was frustrating,
hmm
but that touchdown throw was absurd. That was Jackson wasn't even that bad a position right there.
hmm
Um, the D line played really good.
No,
Avoitu
yeah.
Ufi
hmm
has in the last 3 or 4 games really figured it out. He's been
hmm
really good lately. Jacob Lane, he's starting to play. Uh, Lance Holzclaw got a sack. He played
Yeah,
one.
Lance
He played one
Holclaw, my
play.
Arizona guy, man.
He played one play and got a
One
sack.
play and one sack. That's
I've been
imagine when he's
saying to play
playing
him. I've been saying
imagine
to
when he's
play him.
playing 40 snaps a game. He's getting 40
I
sacks. That'd be
know. I
fun.
know. That's what stats tell you. I'm a stats guy. Uh, D-line's definitely figured out, and that, especially judging from last year how we played him, that's a hard guy to bring down. That's a really
hmm
hard, and like he only had 2 or 3 escapes. I'm pretty happy with
Yeah,
that.
they're much better this year than they were last year on
Hmm.
that regard.
And that's a slippery sucker right there.
hmm
Uh,
hmm
Defense has won us the past couple of games. They have.
Who did we play before Oregon State? Utah?
Yeah.
It's so hard with that one because the
That
first
one's
half
tough.
defense
That
and the
one's
second
tough.
half defense were completely different
It was
defenses.
before Utah. Was that USC?
That was USC, in which case you could not make that argument because the defense is horrible against USC.
Yep. Yep.
But we knew that was going to be the case going in. Oregon State, I think they did, but also part of that was just Oregon State's style just burns the clock so much that
Mm.
it's like okay, the defense couldn't get off the field, but Oregon State took 8 minutes to score a field goal. Like, okay,
That's
it's
a win.
like it's kind of a win, right? So
Offense got to get figured out.
offense has not played well since the first half of the Utah game, to be quite frank. So we do need to get that figured out.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep. And I hope to God you bring it on Friday. I
yep.
think they will. I believe. I
I
think
believe.
my goal for them, and we'll probably get into this in our picks. Just play free. Don't feel the pressure. You made it here.
Mm,
Go have fun.
go have fun. That's right. That's right. Um,
FSU, Florida. I did watch this game.
Florida took it to them, man. They had their chances. They had their chances, but
Florida's not beating Louisville, I don't think.
no, especially
And
Louisville
if they
team that's
do, I don't want them in the CFP because they looked a lot worse.
yeah, but they're gonna be undefeated Power Five champion if they'll be in if they're not leaving an undefeated Power Five champion out. How many
Hey, at least
there's
sacrifice them
usually
to Georgia.
there's usually one undefeated Power Five champion every year. This year
Hmm.
there could be
Four.
three. Three or four. Oh no, four. Yeah, with
There can be
Michigan,
four. Yeah.
Washington, Florida State, and Georgia. There could be four, which would be wild. Um,
It's just kind of how the season's gone. Like there's definitely a clear top eight all season. It's been pretty
right.
clear. And
Yep.
then there's pretty clear suck, and there's not much in the middle.
Yep. Yep. Um, I would argue even the tier, if you pull this back up, I would argue like the tier, like the top eight's definitely clear. And then I'd say everywhere from like 9 to 15 is kind of also in that same range. And
Hmm.
then after 16,
It's a
16
mess.
on, it's a mess. Yeah.
Hmm. But the thing about the, top eight, top four, it's, the top four is all undefeated. That's never happened, really.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
And 5 through 7, or five, I'm sorry, 5 through 8, all one-loss teams that are playing this weekend, with the exception of Ohio State.
Get good.
Get good, right? Get good. Beat Michigan, and you're playing this weekend. But convince CJ Stroud to come back for one more year, and you're playing this weekend. Um, yeah, no. So we'll close that though. Save my bandwidth. But moving forward here, Bama, Auburn. Oh my Lord, how did Auburn lose this football game,
All
dude?
right, I did watch highlights, but you got the floor for this one. I was,
Fourth and 31. You rush two. You rush two. You leave the nose tackle in as a spy, so you can say you rush three. No, you rush two. That means you've got 8 guys. Okay, wait, let's just do the math here. Got Jalen Milrow, the quarterback. Got the 5 offensive linemen. That is 6. That means there are 5 guys running routes. You rush two with one spy. You have 8 on 5. How does anyone give up any space in that end zone? Ridiculous. And I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, it was like he was wide open. He definitely wasn't wide open. But there should not be a centimeter open in the end zone when you've got a numbers advantage like that. And it was also the corner just totally fell asleep on that route. Like he
yeah,
should have had it
that was
bottled in.
bad. That was really bad by the corner. It
It
was well
was
designed.
well designed. And Bland, that receiver for Bama's a stud. Like and I think Jalen Milrose definitely turned it around from earlier in the season. But
So the people I was around, someone had some ability to get some connection. It was like,
mhm.
oh, it's fourth and 31. It's over. And we're
Oh
like, oh,
gosh, it
cool, Bama
jinxed it.
won. And then we 5 minutes later, when it updates, it's like, what? What happened here? It was
Well,
like,
and the
what the
funny
hell
thing is
happened?
too, I don't know what the line going into the game was, but for a while, but on the Auburn's last play of the game, when they because they did get the ball back on offense, it was like sack,
I
incomplete,
saw
or
that.
no, sack, incomplete pass, sack again, should almost a safety, and then pick
Pick
six. But the
six.
pick six, he stepped out of bounds, so
Oh, I didn't see that.
saved the. So yeah, no. So the pick six was at one point the score said 33-24. So
Hmm.
they took that off. So if you had Auburn +4, congratulations for Alabama say or corner stepping out of bounds by the slimmest of margin.
I bet the spread was huge.
Oh, the spread was huge, and no
I
one
bet it
hung
was the
on.
over under though.
Yeah. That's what had more of an impact. But yeah, Auburn, you guys suck. Screw you guys. I
Fire
was so
huge
excited.
freeze.
I was
Fire
so
huge freeze.
excited for you guys to freaking finally kill Bama.
This has been the Nick Saban being backed into a corner and no one putting in that final bullet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Um,
Kentucky Louisville. Kentucky beating the Louisville in its rivalry game.
yeah, they did, man. They did. And this was not a very this is not a good Kentucky team, and this was a great Louisville
Hmm.
team. They went into Louisville and they put the L's down, baby. They put the L's
Oh,
down.
is this what they do? It's two of
That
them.
yeah, this is
'Cause
well,
I know.
This is pro Louisville. This is
Yeah, this is LSU though, right here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, this is two for Louisville, but the Kentucky likes to put the L's
Mhm.
down. So
That's good. LSU had a pretty good game against Texas. They put a billboard in Seattle in Seattle.
They put it in
It's in
Tequila.
South. Yeah, they put it in Tukwila. It's so stupid. It's and they put two in Michigan. They put one in
Yeah, why are they
Detroit and
putting
one
it in
in
Michigan? JJ
Ypsilanti.
McCarthy's not in the Heisman race. That didn't make any
Honestly, I
sense.
think Jaden Daniels is going to win it, and here's why. Because Heisman voting is structured so stupidly in regions.
Hmm.
It's like an electoral college. Bo Nix is going to get split to hell in the Pacific Northwest and the South.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
you're
Jaden
probably
Daniels is
right.
going to get it.
Yeah. And I mean, if you look at the stats, it should be Jade Daniels, to be quite honest with you. If you
I just don't
only
want
look at the
Bo to get it.
stats,
And
no.
you know, I think if Bo wins this weekend, I think he might get it. But right now, if Bo doesn't win, I don't think he'll get it. I think
Hmm.
Mike's going to be there. I think he'll be there at New York.
He'll
I think
be
he
there.
should.
He'll be in the top three, but he'll probably be number three.
Yeah, yeah. I just got to hope for Midwest votes. Great state of Indiana.
A
Maybe with some Florida love there too.
little bit of Florida love. Yeah, yeah, maybe a little bit. But yeah, no, it's gonna be Jade Daniels. And honestly, I can't be mad about that. His stats are absolutely insane. So
He's got like two game stats.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Your let's get to your guys. Arizona just whooping ASU. How the
Noah
tables have
Fafita. I'm
turned.
so I'm so happy Jed Fish is coming back next year, and we're gonna get a full span of eligibility for Noah Fafita, T Mac. Cowing's already going to the draft. Cowing's out of eligibility, so he won't be back. So that's a bummer. But
They
and
can
Jed
probably bring
Fish.
someone in.
No, they can. They'll probably get some solid transfers this
Yeah.
year. Like if with everyone coming back, like I don't know how sustainable Arizona football is when Fafita and T Mac are gone and Jed
Just
Fish
ride the
ultimately
wave.
does move on.
Just ride
But
that
ride the
wave.
wave. Let's have fun. Let's have fun this year. Let's go into a bowl game. Let's win that bowl game. Let's go into next year. Let's dominate the first year of the Big 12. And then we'll see what happens after that when
With
those guys
Utah
are gone.
being down.
Although Cam
Wait, no,
Rising might be back.
They'll
They'll
have
have
Cam
Cam back.
Rising and Brant Keithy back. That's gonna be a fun one. That's
Hmm.
gonna I'll fly down for that one.
It'll be fun when the well
Uh
that one's gonna be an SLC, so we'll have
ah
to fly up. Well, I'll fly up, you can fly down, but um gosh, man, yeah, I wish they didn't play in Tucson this year. I would definitely have come down. I would have
hmm.
definitely been there at that game. But no, honestly, the Big 12 next year's looking mighty ripe for the Wildcats taking. I won't lie. It's basically them in Utah, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Does Ollie Gordon have more eligibility?
I think so. I think so. I don't even think he's draft eligible this year. Actually, let me confirm that. Let me confirm this. Ollie Gordon. Um, he is a sophomore, but is he redshirt sophomore? Nope, yeah, 2022 is his true freshman
Hmm.
year. He's not even eligible this year, so he's definitely gonna be back next year.
What if he transfers though?
Oh, he could transfer. He could transfer. That is true. That is true. So we'll see where that
The
goes. But
last game on the Pac-12 network, you know who played in it? Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Gosh, I bet those fans didn't expect that. But
You see
yep.
the video that they put out?
Yeah, I
Very
agreed. I
sad.
agreed. Very sad. Very sad. Um, I'm gonna miss
Snow
the
Bowl for
Pac-12, man.
Farmageddon.
I know technically the Pac-12 is not over until after the Pac-12 championship game, but and I know I was big on the we need to ditch the Pac-12 to go
We
to the
needed
Big
to.
Ten
We
train,
needed
man.
to.
We needed to.
The die was cast long ago.
It wasn't our fault. It was SC's fault. But
It was people's faults way before SC and UCLA
that's
left.
true. It's Texas and Oklahoma's fault. And before that, it was
Um,
Larry Scott's
the
fault.
die has been cast. For all the moaning, complaining that we did about it, we can be sad about it. But remember that when you're sad about it, remember all the moaning and complaining and how bad a lot of things in the pack were, and that those
Mhm.
issues don't exist in the big. That's how I keep myself happy about it. Um, shoot. Oh yeah, but the pack is going to survive, I think, with the some sort of reverse merger with the Mountain West.
Yeah, the scheduling alliance or whatever. The
Well,
Pac-2
that's a
scheduling
temporary thing.
alliance.
That's a temporary thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just to fill out a schedule for next year.
Well,
Farmageddon Snow Bowl.
I don't know.
K-State, Iowa State. This was a fun one. I watched this one.
Yeah, no, this one, yeah, I did not watch this one. Bill Howard looks like he played well though.
I want him. I want him.
Yeah.
He's up there with some of my favorite transfer QB options. You know, you get
Hmm.
we have a really good pitch, I think. Um, you can tell a guy who wants to go to the draft next year, hey, we got a
Hmm.
good thing going. You know, we might be losing a couple pieces. We can bring some pieces in. We know how to coach offense. We resurrected Mike's career. We'll get you to the next level 1 year out. That's all we want from you.
Hmm.
Have fun living in Seattle, and here's a lot of money.
And here's a lot of money. That's the biggest sell. That's the biggest sell you could possibly have. So, yeah.
With the amount of money that we paid, like Rome and Mike and a lot of other guys to stay, Braylon,
Yeah,
well,
we
that's some
got
free
Adidas
money.
signing. We got Adidas signing those contracts, man. We are the flagship Adidas college football program.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Honestly, I'm cool with sticking with Adidas as
oh yeah.
long as they improve the merchandise available. I think that was
Hmm.
part of the deal that we made with them, but that has been leaving some to be desired by me. But I like what they've done with the jerseys. The Nike jerseys were awful. Let's be real here. I
I
really
agree.
like the look of the jerseys. They've shown us the love. They deserve the love back.
One thing I liked about the Nike jerseys is that we went alternate more, but
Yeah, we
that's
only
not
do it
our
once a
fault.
year, you know.
That's the boosters' fault. That's not the Adidas fault. Technically, the black jerseys, the white Husky royalty jerseys, and the throwback jerseys, those are all still on display in the football offices. Like all three of them are.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they
but
only
we
but
only
we'll
wear
never
them
wear
once a
them again.
year.
We will
I know,
never
which
wear any of
they're
them again.
and they're all awesome. They're
Hmm.
great. Other
Hmm.
than the home Husky royalty, that needs to be thrown into uh an incinerator. Um,
It's very bad luck.
well, it's purple helmets are the bad luck.
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
Uh, I do like the chrome helmets, but I've loved the Adidas jerseys. I have a conspiracy theory that Nike gave us ugly jerseys, intentionally.
See, I didn't hate the Nike jerseys still. I still didn't hate the Nike jerseys.
Those gold pants were
It was
awful.
Jake Browning era, man. I can never hate
Mhm.
on the Jake Browning era.
Keith
Um,
Price era. You weren't around for
the
that.
the, the tail end of the Keith, I do remember the Keith Price era. I was a Stanford fan back then, though, so
Well,
I get it.
you weren't here for it, you know.
Yeah, I
It
wasn't here
was pretty
for it.
special.
Those
We
jerseys were
liked
so
Keith Price.
generic. They were like so plain. At least they kind of
Hmm.
did something with the Jake Browning era jerseys.
No, those were the same jerseys.
I thought Keith Price was no, didn't they get the Jake Browning
They
era jerseys in 2014
half
and
and
Keith
half,
Price
half and
last year
half.
was 2013?
Keith Price got a year with those jerseys.
Did he? Okay. Okay.
Keith Price last year was 2014.
Hmm. I
Because
did
then
not
you
know
had the
that.
1 year of messy quarterbacks with like Siler Miles and what's his name, the linguist.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah, Lindquist. Yeah, I do remember Siler Miles and Lindquist because I remember Stanford coming up to Seattle and every single year UW Stanford was whoever was at home was going to win. And then
Hmm.
I remember in 2014 Stanford went into Seattle and won because Siler Miles was the quarterback and he
Yeah,
was
that was
good.
bad.
Not
2015,
good.
2015.
No, it
No,
was
14,
2014,
14, 14,
2015.
14,
I was
14.
at the yeah, I was
14,
at the
14.
2015 game. Yep,
Yeah,
you're right.
I
You're
have
right. I was
pictures
at the
of that. You have
2015 game.
pictures of that. That's right.
Hmm. So, um,
Isn't it sad how empty the student section is, or the stadium is now?
oh yeah, no, watching Stanford games compared to the 2015 season
Empty.
when McCaffrey was compared to we're going for the Heisman, and I went to a Thursday night 7:30 game against UCLA, and that stadium was packed, man. And now
They have the culture's
it's nothing
changed.
now.
They don't care at all,
They don't care at all, man. They don't care
and
at
it's an
all.
embarrassment.
It's really sad. It's really sad. I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, very fair weather at Stanford at the end of the day. When they're doing well, like the Andrew
I think
Luck
it's
days
worse
and the
than the
Christian
fair weather.
McCaffrey days.
I don't think they're coming back at
But
this point. I think the culture at Stanford's just changed into an Ivy.
yeah. Man, you should have been there. That's our the Stanford Notre Dame last regular season game in 2015, where it was like still CFP on the line and
Hmm.
McCaffrey Heisman on the line. We hit the game-winning kick as time expired. It was like 37-35. That game, that stadium was absolutely packed, man. That was the best environment for a Stanford game I've ever been in. That was crazy. I
Hmm.
don't know if we'll ever see that Stanford in
I
again,
don't,
though.
especially now that's in the ACC.
Oh yeah, yeah. No one's going there for a Stanford Duke game. I'll tell you that much. Um, so yeah,
It's sad. It's sad what happened to Stanford football. BYU, Oklahoma State, double overtime. This
double
one
overtime.
surprising.
BYU took them down to the wire. Yeah, Oklahoma State's not playing their best football. They beat Oklahoma and then just kind of started to take the rest of the season off.
Hmm. It's clear they did a lot of motivation that whole offseason for that one game.
Oh yeah, that was the last Bedlam was their Super Bowl. And
It
hey,
was, it was, and they won it.
but now they got a Big 12 championship prepared for it. So if you guys want to beat Texas, you're gonna have to play a hell of a lot better than you have been playing.
Hmm.
We were saying a couple weeks ago if Oklahoma State played Texas, they'd have a good shot against them. And I don't know if I feel the same way anymore because they've been playing like
Hmm.
crap recently.
Hmm. I agree. I'm not too confident with them, but we get to see that awesome Pistol Pete again, so I'm pretty happy.
It's
Pew, pew.
that's right.
Well, this is Red Raiders. Let's
Oh yeah, that's right, Raiders. But Pistol Pete still, I don't know.
he's got two guns though. Yeah.
He's got two guns too. Tennessee dealt with Vanderbilt. NC State, man, North Carolina's fallen off. I guess NC State's ranked, but North Carolina's fallen off. Drake May, he's not playing in a bowl game, so have
No
fun.
way, he shouldn't. They got whooped by NC. I remember it's like, oh, I was talking to my North Carolina friend. It's like, oh, we're gonna have what about NC, UNC, and UW in a bowl game for the CFP?
No. For a while, maybe it looked like that might be possible. Not anymore, that's for sure. But yeah, they end up with four losses. Jeez, man.
Mac Brown might retire. Is some smoke there?
That'd be a decent head coaching gig. That'd be fairly attractive. Um,
I think so, especially in this cycle.
yeah. Um, yeah, I
Revenge
mean
game here.
Drake May's not playing or the bowl game. Is he playing the Senior Bowl? He should get a Senior Bowl invite
Oh
with the new
yeah.
rules.
Oh yeah.
Because Caleb's not going to play in the Senior Bowl. So if Drake May goes to the Senior Bowl and like dominates, shoot, man, you'll probably start to hear his name talked about pretty much a lot for QB1 at that point. I already kind of hear that a little bit, but it's not draft season yet. Come on, Bo, focus. But you're right, Clemson,
He
South
won't
Carolina revenge
be.
game. We'll
He
see.
won't be QB1. You're a fool if you pass on Caleb.
We'll see. We'll see.
For Drake May, especially.
Drake May's a stud, man. Get out of here. Justin Herbert. It's Justin Herbert 2.0, man. I just
I
bet
don't
big,
see it.
tall, white quarterback that wears number 10 and has a solid arm. Good arm. Great arm, actually. Um, but yeah, anyways, focusing on the Clemson South Carolina revenge game here. Yeah. 16-7. Jeez.
I believe Clemson's undefeated since the Tyler from Spartanburg call.
I think so too. In fact, let me just confirm that real fast. 8-4. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hmm.
Because that next game they beat Notre Dame and they've won out since then. Um,
Oh, it's a quick moment to talk about the Pop Tart
Pop
Bowl
Tarts.
edible
Yeah, I was thinking
mascot.
the same thing. That's awesome, dude.
I'm watching that game because of that. I
Mhm.
want to watch that.
And you see someone replied with balls now in your court, Duke's Mayo Bowl, and the it actually replied.
I did see that.
That'd be sweet, man. Well, it wouldn't be sweet, it'd be disgusting, but um it would be funny though. Just like a big bowl of mayo. It's so gross. But who knows, man? Um, and then finally Liberty beating UTEP. Oh wait, hold on. Spencer Rattler is playing in the Senior Bowl, except it
Let's
is injured,
go.
so
Rattler
that's fun.
heads.
Rattler heads, let's go. And then Liberty beats UTEP. Okay. So moving on to the non-ranked versus ranked games, or yeah, non-ranked games, I should say. Any here that stand out as notable? It's a lot of G5 teams.
All right, sorry. So hold
Utah.
up 1 second. I was just checking a stat just to make sure I
Mhm,
was wrong though. So it was a very bold claim, but I was wrong.
mhm.
Let's see anything fun here. SMU's getting some love at some others getting votes right now. Um, Kent State, I think 1 win.
I think you're right. And
Colorado losing to
was it
Utah.
versus an FBS team even?
Utah,
It
I
was not
think
Central Connecticut.
I've never heard of them. Colorado 4-8. Uh, Lost to I think their fourth or fifth string quarterback.
Yep. Gosh, who would have thought that ASU win? Yeah, they are.
Barely. That one was like a miracle drive too. They
Yeah,
almost went winless in conference.
man. Yeah, man. They really
Speaking of a
rough.
Colorado assistant who was fired and is well, not fired, but I think like whatever happened, but is now officially moved spots is Tim Brewster, legendary bag man, is now going to be on Biff Poggi's staff. Let's go.
Let's go, Biff. Biff's
They're
bringing
gonna
in
be
the big
Cruton.
guns.
They're gonna be Cruton. I think they are like 3-9.
Yeah,
Yeah, San Jose State beating
they
UNLV
beat
only
UNLV and
to
gets let out of the Mountain West Championship, man.
Northwestern 45 having an awesome season.
Yeah, shout out to Braun, man. He and won Mountain West or not Mountain West, Big Ten Coach of the Year too, and well deserved.
Well
If it can't be
deserved.
Connor Stallions, it should be Braun.
Rutgers fell
Yeah,
off, damn.
Rutgers. They were already bowl eligible, so they're chilling. But yeah, man, we were talking about four losses to end the season. It's not a great look, including a 22 nothing. Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. Wisconsin beat Minnesota. UVA or Virginia Tech destroyed UVA.
There's like no one at Baylor.
Yeah.
New Mexico State 10-win season.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they beat Jacksonville State. That's a good win. Oh, and by the way, Jacksonville State going to a bowl game. There we go. As is JMU. So that's fun. Um,
Yeah, that was an embarrassing one for Baylor.
it's not great.
And
Not great.
Aranda's coming back.
And Miranda's coming back.
Um, Cal just took UCLA apart. Don't know what the
hmm
hell happened there.
Cal's going
QB
to a bowl
issue.
game. Cal's
I
going to a
know.
bowl game. Man, how many Pac-12 teams made it to a bowl game in the conferences
Not, I
last
think it was
season?
8. I think it was 8.
Eight. Yep, eight. Because the three, four that got left out. ASU, Stanford, Washington State, Colorado. Yep.
Ugh, 3-9 for Stanford, man.
Yep. It's not great. It's not
Poor
great.
Troy.
Poor Troy.
He's
It's
got
all
work to
right.
do. EJ Smith's transferring.
Yeah.
I can't believe he still has eligibility.
Another one there. Yeah, he's been there forever. So SDSU just absolutely destroyed Fresno State. That's crazy.
I didn't watch that. I watched the final Hawaii test.
Why they pulled it out, man. They pulled it out. The final Hawaii test of the year. Um,
San Diego State, I love their hire. He's gonna be great there.
who'd they bring in? Tracking every FBS vacancy. Let's make it nice and easy for me
Sean
here.
Lewis.
Did they hire Sean Lewis
Mm-hmm.
officially? Look at
All
that.
but.
That's a good.
All
That's
but
a good.
officially.
All but officially. Oregon needs to. Yeah, that a lot of these openings have already been filled.
I
Grambling
know,
fires
quick.
Hugh Jackson. Womp
That's
womp.
that is that Hugh Jackson. Wow.
Yeah, that's a Hugh Jackson. Yep.
Actually gave him a job.
Yeah, Bobby returning. Yep, there's CSU target Sean Lewis. Um, Holgerson out. Indiana moves
I'd
on.
love to bring Tom Allen as the analyst. I'd really like that. Give him a nice spot in Seattle. It's a nice
Yeah.
little place to get right.
Yeah. OSU's already replaced Smith with
Dino
Bray.
Babers got fired. Bring him in as a defensive analyst too.
Bring him in as a defensive
Stockstill's
coordinator,
been
dude.
there. Stockstill's been at Middle Tennessee since before the Vince Young USC game.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's pretty crazy, actually.
And and
Uh,
and he's not even been an amazing coach either. They just let him hang out.
yeah, he's one. What was it? 113 and 111. He's like barely over 500 for 18 seasons. Yeah, there you go. And there, Avalos. There's the OC. Brian Ferentz one. What? Never mind.
Wait, no. Go back to
Oh,
that. There's still
you wanted
some
to go
fun
back
detail.
there?
Yeah. What was it was the people who've been filled. Trent Bray, great hire. Great
Yeah.
hire
Wait,
at State.
where was the field? I didn't see the field. Oh, field jobs. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Oregon State promotes DC Trent Bray. Yeah, I like that one. Syracuse. Oh, why did it jump to the top? Syracuse have hired Georgia's
DB
DB.
coach.
Wow, DB coach all the way to.
I
Wow, that's a
know.
big jump. Okay. Um, A&M hired Elko as
Well,
their
did you see the fun
second.
stuff going on there though? For
What's
like a couple
that?
hours,
Oh, that
it
it was
was
going to be Mark
Stoops.
or yeah, Mark Stoops.
Yeah.
Did see that. It was like everyone was saying it was already gonna happen, and then Stoops came out on Twitter and was like, "Nah, I don't know where this came from," basically.
Well,
And then
no,
like,
he said he got an offer.
oh no, yeah, he did say that, but he also said
Oh,
if,
and supposedly Bjork kind of went over the heads of boosters and regents to do that too.
Mhm.
And then a bunch of Texas A&M fans were doing the hashtag poop for Stoops or poop on Stoops or something.
poop on
It's
Stoops,
really
yeah,
stupid.
yeah,
Uh, Not that different of a hire, to be honest. Two solid coaches. This was a good hire for them, in my opinion.
yeah, yeah.
Lebby at Mississippi State. Hmm. All the Bryles
Mm,
are going to go there now.
yeah, I don't love that one. I don't love
I
that
would
one.
have taken, I would have gone with Chadwell. Although it's very well known I'm a Chadwell head.
Yeah,
Good
Michigan.
hire.
Yep, great hire here. Great hire here. We'll be running into him in the Big Ten,
I thought
so.
we were done with them, but
Thought we could escape. Nope, we still have to deal with them. And then Northwestern promoted Braun, which is
good
obviously the right
call.
call. Great call, David Braun. Um, he was hired in January as the defensive coordinator, and
He's been
he
through
ended up
so much.
serving as the head coach. Man, that's
And
crazy.
then you see what was going on at UCLA's campus today? There's a
What was he doing?
airplane banner that said "Fire Chip Kelly."
Yeah,
Supposedly the boosters are pissed he's still there,
yeah.
and they fucked up because they should have gotten Jonathan Smith.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, they honestly they would have who I saw a tweet that was like for a marginal amount of money they could have upgraded from Kelly to Smith. Like in a marginal amount they could have made that jump.
That
Um
was a bad choice. He's from Pasadena, you know.
mhm,
All
yeah.
right, here we go.
Here we go. All right, we're going game by game with this. We're going game by game. We're giving our picks against the spread. Pull out the sticky so we could
All right, I'm
put
getting the
this down.
sticky out.
Get the sticky out here. Um, we're going all of
Boom.
these. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 conferences, 10 games. Here we go. And also I'll pull up the Cowboys-Seahawks game too, just so we don't forget about it. Week 13 on ESPN. Just
All
so
right,
we
I'll
don't
tell you
forget.
my prop bet when we get to it. I got
Okay,
a very
all right.
fun prop bet. Also,
All right.
I have some very fun stats as well for
Sure, we'll come back to Oregon, Washington at the end. We'll come back to them.
Oh, but I have
But
some good stats for that one.
all right, fine. All right, fine. We'll do them in order. We'll do them in order. We'll do them in order. But start with New Mexico and Liberty. This game's taking place 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain. Liberty's heavy, heavy favorite, -10, but New Mexico State's playing some good football recently,
Hmm.
man. It's playing some really good football. This game, let's see, hold on, let me see. This game is in Virginia, so it's being played at Liberty's campus. Does Liberty finish the perfect season? How do
Oh
we
my
predict who
gosh.
goes first?
Whoever wins the Natties is it's gonna be shared if they win and if they win a bowl game.
Yeah, if they win their bowl
And
game,
guess
yeah.
what? Uh they probably, if Tulane wins their bowl game, they don't have to do the New Year's Six. So they probably will.
All right, we're gonna to determine who has to go first. We're gonna say flip a coin. Heads, I go first. Tails, you go first. We're just
Gotta
gonna
call in
do
the
a
air. What are you
Google
talking about?
flip a coin. All right, fine. Okay, actually,
I
okay, well,
wanted tails anyway, so
okay, you want to tails anyway, so let's do it
yeah.
again. We'll do it again. Okay, call in the air. Well, since I'm pressing, you can
All
call in the
right,
air.
all right. Tails.
Yeah, tails. All
Hey,
right, you go first,
I don't
dude.
even know what. Yeah, I'm going first here. Okay, I think it'll be closer than 10.
Mhm.
Give me the Aggies.
Yeah,
They got
New
an awesome
Mexico.
fight song.
Yeah, they're playing way too good at football right now to lose by more than 10, I think. Liberty's a good team. I think they probably win this game, but yeah, give me New Mexico State +10 in this one. Now we move forward to the main event of Friday night. Let's see what they got the line at nowadays.
Nine and a half.
Oh, nine
Yeah,
and a half. Holy crap. No one believes in us, man.
I know.
That's ridiculous. I think we both know what direction we'll probably both go with that. But
We've
oh wait,
told each
no.
other about it.
Yeah. So let's see. Call it in the air.
Oh, let's just alternate. Let's just alternate.
Okay. We'll alternate from here. So tail. Okay, yeah. No, UW plus 9.5. Yeah, that's for disrespect.
Give me the
That's
money
crazy.
line. I want the
Yeah,
dogs to
money
win.
line. All right.
I got some fun stats. Want to hear some fun
All right.
stats?
Go ahead here.
Uh, Underdogs have won 3 of the last 4 Pac-12 titles.
I like that.
In Pac-12 title rematches, the uh previous winner is 7-1.
I like that.
And here's one last one. It's not about the game, but it's about a player. Bo Nix is 0 for 7 against top 10 teams away from home. Give me the dogs.
Give me the dogs. All
Nine and a
right. I
half
like
is an
that.
absurd number.
No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's just yeah. Yeah. I know UW hadn't been playing that great all that recently, but they've been
You are a
they play up and
fool,
down to competition.
you
They
are a
play up and down
fool
to
if you think a
competition.
rivalry game is going to be close, especially with these stakes.
Yeah.
Oregon secondary is banged up too, so
Hmm.
it would be interesting
And
to
we're
see what
not, and we're
happens.
playing in a dome. No conditions to worry about. So
Yes, thank God.
yeah.
I think dogs win.
Yeah, it's gonna be the best weather in a game since the SC game where we're able to
Hmm.
throw it all over the yard. So
I think they've been saving a lot, which annoys the hell out of me, but if that's what they do and it's been working. Um, but the way that the offense looked, and it's not just because of defense, just overall design as well. Um, for that USC game versus the past couple games we played, it's been so much different.
hmm
Just their use of personnel and motion and formations. I want to see more of that.
hmm Agreed. Agreed. Moving forward to the Big 12 here on Saturday morning, we got Oklahoma going down to Arlington to take on the Texas Longhorns. Holy crap, 15-point spread. I mean,
Whew.
you're leading on this one.
Ah, shit. Uh, Longhorns roll 15, they cover.
Nah, man, 15's a lot, dude. I'm going Oklahoma State. It's our first difference. So the Longhorns will win, but man, 15's a lot to cover. So, um, yeah, give me the Cowboys in this one. Pew pew, whatever they
Pew
do there.
pew. Yeah, Pistol Pete.
Whatever they do there. Miami, Ohio taking on Toledo in
The Zips.
Detroit.
Go Zips.
The Zips, dude. Or no, they're not the
Wow,
Zips, they're
that's
the
the my
Rockets. Akron's the Zips. That's the Red Hawks. You're thinking of the Akron Zips.
uh-oh.
That's
Whoops.
disrespectful. That's
That's bad. I should
disrespectful.
know better than that. Go Rockets though. Um, and that's the Miami team that beat Matt Campbell.
It is. It's the same one. One and the same.
You're on the hot
Um,
seat, Dan. Are you
let's
first or am I
see.
first?
I'm first in this one. Man, I'm getting all the group of five ones. Jeez. Shoot, man. Let's see. How's Toledo been playing? I know Toledo's winning games, obviously. They're at 11-1, but have all their games been blowouts? Not all of them. Oh, yeah, these games were already played earlier this year, and it was a close one. I was in Miami, though, but you know what? Give me Miami, Ohio to cover. They only beat them by 4 earlier this
Go
year.
Rockets. Oh, I want the Rockets.
All
Oh
right, there you
gosh,
go.
the names I'm using for this one, what the hell? Okay, TOL. What is that? -7.5? Ooh, that's
Yeah,
a lot. I never got that one. MOH is what I'm gonna do.
yeah.
All right.
All right, moving forward here to Boise State UNLV. Finally, you have to lead on a group of five
Yeah,
game.
I'm excited for this one.
Nonetheless,
I'm gonna watch this one.
Boise State UNLV, the 7-5 Broncos
Give
taking
me
on
the
the
Rebs
9-3 Rebs.
as dogs. Give me the Rebs.
They're
Someone must be hurt.
dogs?
Someone
Oh,
must be hurt.
jeez. I didn't even realize they're no, yeah, give me the Rebels too. Holy crap. Yeah, UNLV with the points. Hell yeah, dude.
Arkansas ran uh yeah, Arkansas ran a go-go offense play this weekend and it worked really well.
Mm-hmm. I get to lead on a Power Five game. Let's go. And it's a fun one too.
This would be good.
UGA versus Roll Tide. Here we go. The UGA 6-point favorites in Atlanta, so they got the home field. Kind of. I mean, there's a lot of Bama fans in Atlanta, let's be clear. Number one versus number eight. I don't know if I'm bold enough to take the money line on this, but give me Bama +6.
I'm gonna agree with you there. Belro looks like a tank right now.
He's been playing good, man. On
He has.
even throwing the ball, he's been playing well too. Not just running. He's been
He's
throwing
gonna
the
be
ball
on
well.
Heisman watch list for next year.
Definitely, definitely. He's improved a lot from earlier in the
Well,
year.
they've kind of reverted back to bit more old school Bama when
Hmm
they had, Tua, Mac
hmm
Jones and Bryce just air it out. Now they're going a little
hmm
old school here and they're playing and they're scheming to Murrow's strengths.
hmm
Took them nearly losing to USF to figure that out.
Yeah. SMU, Tulane. Tulane, 4-point
Oh,
favorites, taking on the
roll
Mustangs.
wave, green wave rolls.
Did they play earlier in the year? I think they probably did. No, they didn't. Okay, so I can't use that as a example. Jeez, they haven't been like blowing teams out all year though.
Well, I think they're
They did
getting
play.
what
They did
I
take care
think
of
I
business
think they're
against a
getting
good
the
UC
same
team.
kind of thing that we are. They're the
Hmm
top dog right now, and they have been all off season.
hmm
In what do they see USA?
American. This is American.
Oh, it's still AAC. Um, and I think they've been getting the same from us, just getting everybody's best. Whoa, matchup predictor is big on SMU.
Interesting. Mm, in Tulane Stadium though, so it's not neutral site. Yeah, give me the green wave. Give me the green wave in this one
Wave
as well.
rolls.
Wave rolls.
Shout out Troy Dannon.
Sure again. That's right. App
Fun Belt.
State Fun Belt game here. App State Troy. I'm a big App State believer, but oh boy,
And their
Troy 10 and
dogs.
2. Big
And their
dogs
dogs.
actually. Hold on, let me see how they've been going in these conference games though.
Did they do the Platy
They
though? They don't do the Platy, and they haven't done the Platy in forever.
they have not. I mean, they got 4 losses, but they were all close and like one score games in North Carolina
I remember
in
because that was a highly ranked UNC back then too.
yeah. No,
But look at that! Look at
honestly.
that! Look at that story right there, though. They have a picture of the
Yeah.
Platy. They don't use the Platy.
No, they don't use the Plouty anymore. They should, but they don't.
It's an awesome. It's perfect because
Hmm
platypus
And a duck, yeah, platypus like a
part
duck and
duck,
beaver
part
put
beaver.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But the
um,
upper campuses at both sides think it's ugly and they don't use it. It's like, come on.
lame. Let me look at Troy. I don't know enough about Troy. Gosh, they've been winning some blowouts. Holy cow.
Hey, they barely lost to JMU. Go Dukes.
They barely
Oh,
lost to
that's right.
JMU.
JMU should be in that game.
Yep, they should be.
And I think Jackson State too,
They've
or
been
Jacksonville State.
destroying teams though. Yeah, I was gonna say that App State has been, but nah, Troy's absolutely rolling teams. Give me Troy minus 6.5.
I will agree with you there. They lost by 2 to JMU. That's pretty impressive. Although App State did just beat JMU.
That's true. That's true.
I have just heard an
Hmm,
interesting rumor, but I'm gonna save it
four.
after these 2 games.
Okay, after these two games. All right, Michigan and
Wee
Iowa
wee wee
meeting.
wee wee wee. Here's my fun bet
Holy
alert.
crap! Look at the
Here's my fun
spread
bet
in this
alert.
one.
Here's my fun bet alert, Bo. You want to
All
know what the
right,
fun bet is? You're
what's the
not
fun
gonna
bet?
believe this. Iowa first half over under. Guess what it is?
Three.
0.5.
Let's go.
Take the over. I believe.
Yeah, I believe they
Want to
can
bet
get a
on that?
field
Want to bet
goal.
on that?
Nah, I'd take the over
Let's
too
bet on
because
that.
I think
Let's
they
bet on
get a
that.
field
Okay.
goal.
Okay. We both say over. Okay. I
Let's
look at
well let,
safety or
let's create
something.
a different over under then. Let's decide on our own over under because
Yeah, that'll make it fun. That'll
I
make it
think
fun.
three. So let's say over under three. Actually, over under 3.5. I'm
No, no,
saying
no,
the
no,
over.
no, 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 no. You want to go? Yeah, it's 3.5. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Over under 3.5. I'm gonna go under.
Oh, I was gonna
Right
go
there we
under
go.
too. Dang it. I feel confident about three. So
All right, you got the over 3.5. There we go.
oh
I
no, I
think we're
said
both.
under three. I said under 3.5.
I thought you said over. My bad.
No, I think they'll
Take
score
it,
three
no
points in
balls.
the
Take
first
it, no
half.
balls. Go over 3.5. No balls.
Hell yeah, let's do it. We're getting two field
Yeah,
goals, baby. We're getting two field
you're
goals.
gonna get a safety and a field goal.
Oh, that's realistic with this Iowa team because their punter's amazing and their defense is amazing. They have such a good punter, man. Their punter's probably gonna get picked in like the fifth round. Um, Shout out Tory Taylor, best player on the Iowa team. But
He
um,
is. He is.
this is stud, man. He's their best
We're both
offensive
agreeing
weapon.
here. Do we think? Oh, that's a tough cover, but I don't
That
think
is a
Iowa's.
lot because I don't know if Michigan scores that many points.
That's a interesting point, man. Are you first or am I first on this one?
You're first on this one.
Oh, this is a tough one here, man. The pictures of Bobby Petrino are really goofing me up right now. The video.
It's a distraction.
I know it is. It is. I'm gonna say Michigan covers. No, no, fuck it. Iowa covers.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna get one on you there. No, I was gonna say Iowa guys cover here. Not by a
Iowa
lot,
money
granted.
line. Iowa money
I
line plus 1,300.
I think the final score of this game is like 23-3 or something like that,
I could see
which
that being
would
the
be
case.
an Iowa cover. So, um, under 34.5. Sheesh. It's a different sport than the Pac-12 championship.
Hmm.
And then finally here, Louisville and FSU going to Charlotte, where
See, this is great. This just I'll pause for this for 1 second, but look at this slate. There's 2 games on it each time. You can flip
yeah,
between.
oh
Wow.
yeah, I actually know 3 going on here, but who's going to be watching App State, Troy? Let's be real, Georgia Bama's the
Oh
highlight
yeah,
of the
everyone's
day.
gonna be watching that. It's gonna be
Um,
a fun. Oh man, it's gonna be a fun Saturday,
yeah, you
and I'm
got
not gonna be
Georgia
caring.
Bama going
I'll either
on.
be I'll either be really depressed or I'll be very happy.
Yeah. Georgia Bama going up against three group of five teams. They knew what they were doing with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, they made the slate really well. Anyways, LSU or sorry, Louisville playing FSU, both going up to Charlotte.
Ooh, 2.5.
Seminoles are 2.5 point faves. Give me, and I know we've already talked about this, give me the Cards winning outright,
Same,
so give me the points.
same. Me
I'll
too. I
go
like
L's
that.
up, L's up, baby. L's up.
Woo. Oh, I got
So
a fun story from rivalry weekend. Do you see I think it was Virginia Tech. The winning team was the away team and they went back out into the field to take photos and then the losing team turned the sprinklers on.
I did see that. I did see that. That was awesome. That was awesome.
All right,
Um,
rumor time.
all right, rumor time.
Supposedly, you heard the report of Cam Ward and all that
Hmm.
money. Supposedly Cam Ward contacted UW first.
There you go. Just stuck around
And he'd
after
be
the game, had
toolsy.
a convo
He's
with Grub.
toolsy. Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
If they,
Well,
I totally defer to them on quarterback evaluations.
I like Cam Ward. I love that.
He's toolsy. That my biggest thing is playing in structure. That'd be my and teach him how to hold a damn football.
He did. Hey, he didn't have a no. Did he have any turnovers against UW? Did he have a pick? He did. He did have the pick,
He
but that
had
was on
two
the tip
picks. He had
pass.
two picks. He had one bad one to Dixon.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I remember the Dixon one.
The
Yeah,
tip
but
pass one was a great play by McKellisteen, and
yeah,
honestly, the best play I've seen by this defense in the DeBoer era. That was a nice tip drill. Um,
100%.
what was the last one? Oh yeah, about the Huskies Ducks
Mhm.
game. Honestly, I'll be at peace if we lose it. I'm at peace with whatever outcome's coming. We
I
went
won't
12 and
be.
0.
I won't be. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 12-0 doesn't mean nothing if you don't play in the CFP, man.
Yeah,
Especially
I'm at
because this
peace
is
with
the
it.
last year for a while that I think we'll have a chance to do it.
Yeah, I think
So
recruiting's gotten a bit better
I disagree. I don't think it's gonna make you better, man.
than last year. No?
It feels the same to me. Feels the same to me. Maybe one or two 4 stars and then just a bunch of 3 stars. Just feels the
Hmm.
same. But sorry to
All
be
right.
Debbie Downer there, but yeah, go dogs. And speaking of Seattle teams going playing in domes on weekdays this week, we got the Seattle Seahawks going down to Dallas, going down to
Throwbacks.
Arlington. Wearing the throwbacks against the Cowboys. It's gonna be a great uniform matchup. But
I'm excited for
folks
that.
focusing on the game itself. What's the injury report looking like? You probably know better than I do.
Lucas is actually going to play is for the last thing I heard, which is
That's good.
that'll be very helpful, but he's going to be
Yeah.
pretty rough. He might be a little cold coming back in.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if Walker's playing. I don't know if there's any info on that yet. It's still
Hmm.
TBD.
But this team's coming off a
Rough one
week of
last week.
rest. Yeah.
It's weird playing on two Thursdays in a row. Is it time for me to make the pick? I'll make it. Seahawks lose
Your
by a
call,
lot.
man. Hmm.
Uh, Cowboys play well against bad teams. We're one of those.
Yeah. Well, it's okay, man. Bengals are one of those too. No shame in saying it. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Shoot, I had a thought and I completely lost it. It's okay. Yeah, I'm going Cowboys plus or -9 as well. Um, yeah, Cowboys -9.
This team has no identity.
Mm,
Wasn't even competitive against the Niners, to be honest. Defense
no.
outscored the offense.
Yeah. At this point, I mean, shoot, like you said, I mean, we'll probably be looking at 6-8, 7-7 at best going into week 15. Um,
At
or is it
least
week
Brian
16, man?
Schottenheimer had an identity. I don't know what's going on with Waldron.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I'm +5 now, by the way. Let's
Mm.
make that clear. I'm +5 on picks. So, and that will
The
not be
college the
changing.
college picks are against for are separate from
They're separate, yeah. So I think we only had two differences, wasn't there?
three if you count the
Three?
Iowa over under. So it was
Oh, that's right.
Texas. I took heavy favorites in both.
Hmm.
So I took Texas and Toledo, and you took uh, Oklahoma State and Miami, Ohio.
Gotcha. Okay. And then if you include the Iowa over under, first half over under. Um, all right. I like that. I like that. Cool. There you go.
Man, that's gonna make that Iowa game so fun to watch.
The last part of the Iowa game. That's just or not even the
or
last half, the last
first half.
the first half, and then second half is just like, all right, we know it's gonna happen from here. But there you go. We forget anything? Well, transfer. I mean, well, we'll have more transfer portal talk next week. I think once
Yeah,
it's
we'll have
officially
plenty of
open.
talk of that. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a madhouse.
Yeah, yeah. But there you go. Anything? That's it for the West Coast Draft Podcast. We covered a lot today. We got conference championships. We got rivalry week
A little bit of
recap. We
coaching carousel.
got carousel. Anything we're missing? Anything else?
I don't know.
I can't think of anything. I knew it was gonna be a packed episode, so I just want to make sure we didn't forget. Oh, we talked CFB, new CFB rankings. Yeah, I
Yep,
think we
yep.
pretty much covered everything.
We hit it all.
Yeah. I think one maybe a fun thing to do once all the bowl games are revealed is do what we did for the CFP rankings for all 40 whatever bowl game, or not the CFP, the conference championship games for all the bowl games. That could be fun. That could
Hmm.
be fun. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But that's it for this episode of the West Coast Draft Podcast. This is a fun one. I love talking high stakes games, baby. It's exciting. We're finally past the part of the schedule where we get the Florida Atlantics versus Georgia States. We're past that part of the schedule. We're into the
All
big boy
winners,
football now.
all
All
winners, all
winners, all
stars.
winners.
So much star power this weekend. It's gonna be very fun.
Other than Army and Navy, we won't have to watch another game with another team with the losing record the rest of the way, except for Minnesota, who made a bowl game by their APR. Um,
And they were just they were very close from going 3-9 too.
yeah. Actually, hold on. Let me just confirm that I'm not being disrespectful. Yeah, Army is 5-6, and Navy's probably about that too, I'd guess. Navy's also
No, they're
five and
worse.
six.
Yeah.
No, Navy's also 5-6.
And guess what? It's not gonna be as fun anymore because they both kind of moved away from the flex bone.
Yeah, yeah,
Because Monken wants a real job.
yep. Alrighty then. Well, any closing thoughts, Mr. Chokin?
One of us is conference champions. All of us are conference champions. One of us cook like, all of us cook like. All of one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching. Go be a champion this weekend.
Go be a champion.